Hello everyone, welcome to VTech Talks. In this lecture, we are going to see the below real-time use case. So what is the use case here? Okay, first try to understand the use case before going to implement. Read data from S3 bucket and insert into AWS My SQL. Okay, so here the source system. So what is the source? So the source is AWS S3 bucket. Correct. AWS S3 bucket. Okay, let me write here. Source is AWS S3. Now, what is the target? Target is AWS MySQL. Okay, you can assume, there is a program or process. Okay, there is some other program or process you can assume. So this is an upstream system. Okay, this is an upstream system. So this is going to create a file. This is going to create a file every 1 hour or every 2 hours. Okay, every 1 hour with the CSV data. Okay, in the CSV data format. So here, what we need to do? We need to read this data and we need to insert into AWS MySQL. So here, there are different processes by using Talent we can do, by using MuleSoft also we can do. So how we are going to do this one? By using MuleSoft. So here we are going to use MuleSoft ETL process. ETL process. So what is ETL? So ETL is nothing but extract. E means extract. Okay, we are going to extract from S3. Okay, T means transform. Okay, so by using MuleSoft, we are going to transform. Correct. Transform. What kind of transformation? What kind of transformation we are doing? Okay, we'll see later. So we have a CSV. Okay, we have a CSV. From CSV to JSON, we need to convert. In order to insert the rows into table, we need to convert into CSV to JSON. So this kind of transformation. Next, EL means load. Load is nothing but it's like a insert or update. So this is the process we are going to follow. So this is the process we are going to follow now. So let's see it in a practical way. So by using MuleSoft ETL process, we are going to read the data from S3 bucket and we are extracting the data and we are going to transform the data from CSV to JSON and we are going to load it into AWS MySQL. Now, so in order to implement this one, what are the prerequisites? Okay, let's see. The prerequisites are we need to have AWS account. Okay, AWS account, and you need to create AWS database. Then you need to have Anypoint Studio in your local. Okay, so these three are the major ones. So how to create AWS account and how to create AWS database? So you can go to our channel. So okay, if you are watching this video for the very first time, you can go to our channel ViTech Talks. So here I have created playlist. Okay, here I have created playlist called AWS. So here you can identify, okay, how to create and set up database and all. Okay, now let's enter into the topic in a practical mode. Just open Anypoint Studio. So in this Anypoint Studio, what we need to do? So you need to load the data from AWS bucket, right? Okay, I'll show you AWS bucket also here. If we go to S3, I have created bucket already, okay, as part of MuleSoft with AWS integration series I have created. I'm going to use the same. So that's very simple. Here we do have a button called create bucket. So I'm going to use the sample one bucket here. Okay, the sample one bucket. So here we do have already 3 files anyway. Okay. So whenever you are going to place a new file, automatically we need to read the data and we need to insert into MySQL. Okay. So first try to understand. Okay, let me download this. Just download and see what kind of data it is available. Okay. So this is the CSV data. Okay, CSV data we do have. So the same way we need to create a table for this. Okay, we have to create a table. Okay, let's create a table. Let me copy from previous table. So this is my AWS database. AWS database. Create table. Okay, create table. So the database I'm going to use. Okay, let's see what are the tables it is available. Show tables, right? Show tables. Okay, we do have employees table. So here I'm going to keep it as, instead of employees, I'm going to keep it as customers. Okay. ID integer, varchar of 30. First name, last name, email, location, and string. See, in order to load data, we need to have a table, right? So that is the reason I'm creating the table here. Okay, I'm creating the table here. Now we can see there are 2 tables. One is employees and one is customers. For customers table, we are going to insert data. Now let's see. Select star from customers. Okay. So it is showing 0 rows because newly we have created. Now we can go to MuleSoft Anypoint Studio. So here, so in order to read data from S3 bucket, we do have get object here. Okay. So this is my previous use case. So the same way. So the previous use case is like read the data from S3 bucket and insert into Snowflake. The same way we need to use read the data from S3 bucket and insert into MySQL with AWS. Okay. Now, in order to implement this one, okay, I'm going to use the same flow. So just observe here. So first we need to use on new object. Okay, on new object. So what it will do? So every 20 seconds it will check. Okay, is there any new file were loaded into S3 bucket or not? Okay. So this is up to you whether you want to keep it for 1 minute or 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay, you can use fixed frequency or cron. So for testing purpose, I have given fixed frequency with 20 seconds. Now I have given the logger here. So how it is going to read the data? Okay, again, we do have source main resources. See, access key and secret key. So it's very important. So how to generate access key and secret key? Again, you can go to your AWS account. So here we do have security credentials. Security credentials. So if you see here, on the left hand side, we do have users. Okay, we do have users and roles. Okay, these are the roles which we have created. And policies. Okay, let me check account settings. So as soon as if we click this one, right, security credentials. So here we can see your access key. Okay, access key here. See, you can see access keys. So if you want, you can create one more access key and you can use the same. So this is what I have done. Create access key and secret key. So again, it's very simple. Go to ViTech and security credentials. So no need to go to any subtabs. Okay. So here you can see access keys. 14 days ago, I have created. Okay. Something like this, it will come. So if you want, you can create new access key here. Okay. Then now, so what it will do on new object, automatically it will notify. It will notify. So what is the file? It is loaded. Okay. It is loaded. Now get object. So get object is going to get the bucket name and key. Based on the bucket name and key, it will extract the data. It will extract the data. So now what we need to do? We need to transform. So this is very, very important. So what kind of data it will come? So it will give CSV data. For that CSV data, we need to convert into JSON. So this is very important. This code is very important. Now, so where we need to insert? We need to insert into MySQL, right? AWS MySQL. So what you can do, I'm going to comment out this one. Okay, I'm going to comment out this one. So here we do have database. Okay, a database. Use this database. Okay, I want to insert. Use this insert query here. Just double click this one. So here we need to configure. Here you need to configure MySQL connection. Okay, MySQL connection. Configure JDBC drivers. Add Maven dependency. Click on finish. Now we need to provide host, port, username, and password and database. So how to get this username and password? Okay, you have created an account in RDS. Okay, go to RDS, go to databases. So here you need to identify which database we are going to connect. Okay, so normally we used to give local host, right? But instead of local host, we need to provide your endpoint. This is your endpoint. Port number 3306. So what is the user? So the username I have given as admin. The password The password is your password which you have created for your account. And which database you want to connect. Just observe here, VITech_DB. So this is my database, VITech_DB. Now click on test connection and see whether you are able to connect with AWS MySQL. Okay. So in DB Visualizer, we are successfully connected. Okay. So if that is the case, we are able to create here also. Okay. Let's see. Access denied. Access denied. Okay. Let's see what is the issue here. Let me remove the database. So far, wait it. See, while creating database, you have given one password. That same password you have to provide here. Okay, this is fine. Now I'll give you which database I want to connect. See, this is optional. This is optional. If you want to provide, you can provide, or else while inserting the query, you can do it. Okay, that is up to you. So VITech DB. This is my database. Let's see. Okay, click on OK now. See why I'm using for each. Okay, so here you can see there are only 100 records. Okay, if we have some bulk records, it's like millions of records. What you can do in that case, you can use batch process. Okay, better you can use batch process in that case. So instead of for each, just directly you can use batch process. Now, so this is my table. This is my table. You need to prepare an SQL for that. Okay, you need to prepare SQL for that. Insert into customers, ID, first name, last name, and value. So this is the query. Now you need to paste it into SQL query text here. And the input parameters you need to select as payload. Okay, this is very important. Now I'm going to comment out snowflake one. Okay, toggle comment. So it's not required. So once you successfully completed, then you can keep on logger here. Okay, that's fine. Now what you can do, I'm going to see here, I'm going to debug. I'm going to debug. See what on new object will do. So whenever you are going to load a file into S3 bucket, it will notify. Okay, it will notify. Now let's see how many files are there in the sample one bucket. Okay, there are 3 files. Now I'm going to load one more file. So that is called fourth file. Okay, it is already using. Let me close this file. So I'm going to save it as 4. Okay, this is my file I'm creating. Or do you want to rename the file to 3? Okay, no. Okay, this file is already available. I think might be that is the reason. Okay, let's do keep it as 5. Okay, so you can assume we do have only 3 files here. As soon as the file is going to place it into S3 bucket, okay, S3 bucket, this flow will get triggered. So this is called ETL process. Extract, it will extract and transform and load the data. Okay. So where we are inserting, let me keep it as insert AWS My SQL. Okay, just observe in console whether it is deployed or not. So once it is deployed, I'll upload the file into S3 bucket. Okay, it is deployed now. I'm going to clear the logs. So here, just observe, we have an upload button. Okay. See, normally this process also it should be done from some other process, but as per testing purpose, just I'm adding the file here. Add file, downloads. Just observe, 5 I'm uploading. Okay. The file name is employee data 5. Okay. So here you can see there is an upload option. Click on upload. See, as soon as if you upload, right, automatically it will get triggered. I have added breakpoint here. See, just observe here. Just observe carefully. See, what is the payload now? See, bucket name and the key it is returning. So what is the key? Employee data 5.csv. So this is the file we have newly uploaded into S3 bucket. Now it will go to get object. From get object, it will read the data. Just observe here. This is very, very important. So now extract is done. Extract is done. So what kind of data it is? It is CSV data. We need to convert into JSON. So how we are going to convert? We'll see now by using read payload application slash CSV, and the output should be in a JSON format, so that it is going to convert into, see now, it is going to convert into JSON format. What for each will do, okay? So now extract is done, transformation is done, extraction is done, transformation also done. Now load is pending. Now click on F6. Okay. Now it is going to insert. Okay. Insert one by one. See now. So it is inserting. So now if you observe this one, okay, the payload ID is 4. Now it is going to change it to 5. See. So meanwhile, if you want, you can verify here. Select star from customers. Select star from customers. See here, so far 4 records were loaded. Now I want to resume. Okay. just do resume. So automatically it is going to process everything, and finally I have given one logger. Okay. So meanwhile, if you want, you can verify here. So how it is processing and how many records are processed. See now, so far 14 records. So far 14 records are inserted. See now 18. So there are 100 records. Okay. So for 25 it is done. So this is how we can do extract, transform, and load. So what we are doing here, we are extracting the data from S3 bucket and transforming by using MuleSoft. We are transforming, okay, and data web we are transforming CSV to JSON, and we are loading the data into AWS My SQL. Okay. So now how many it is inserted? Okay, 43. Okay, let it be. It is going to keep on insert one by one. So meanwhile, what I will do, I will upload one more file here. So the file name is 4. Okay, employee data 4. So this is the file I'm loading. Okay, once it is loaded, so every 20 seconds, okay, every 20 seconds, it will check, okay, it will check, and it will read the data from same, it will read the data from same file. Okay, let's see how many records were still it is pending. This is one of the real-time use case. Okay, this is one of the real-time use case. So how we are going to do ETL process to read from S3 bucket and insert into MySQL. And parallelly we can do, okay, I have two database. One is Snowflake and one is MySQL. I want to insert data into both. Yes, you can do. So this is your task, okay? You can try to do that one. If you are unable to complete, I'm going to help you in the next video how to do that, okay? Now, how many are loaded? 93. Do save all. See here, 100 records are loaded, okay? 100 loaded successfully, okay? After completion of this first step, okay? I mean the first batch, it is going to read now. So if you observe this payload, see what is the key here now? Data 4. It is reading. It will get the data. Okay. It will get the data. Then it is going to load. It is going to load into AWS MySQL database. Okay. AWS MySQL database. So once it is completed, suppose we have 5 files. Okay. So once it is done, so again, it won't read. Okay. Whenever there is a new file, it is going to it is going to read, transform, unload. So read in the sense extract, transform, unload. That's about this video. Thanks for watching this. Happy learning.